Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday, September 24th, 3:18 p.m. here in Chicago. I just wanted to make a quick video about something that I think I might be in the minority, but it's about Caleb Plant and his behavior towards Canelo Alvarez, and how I just feel like many people in several boxing communities, not one, so I'm not referring to any one group of people, how I just feel like many boxing fans are like too grateful for Caleb Plant's behavior towards Canelo. I feel like that could be one of two things. You're just too grateful that he did it. It's not quite as bad as cooning, but you're almost there. Or it might be just Android hate. And even not enough respect for Charlo. Let's start with Charlo because he's the easiest, because he's really kissed Canelo's ass. Okay, Charlo kissed Canelo's ass in terms of rating him and like acting like he was, just the most honorable boxer since sliced bread. That's true. But at the same time, Charlo called him out several times. And Canelo handed him the belt. So, who's the bigger bitch? You know what I mean? And I just feel like people are acting like it's a knock against Charlo just because Caleb Plant slapped him back and said, oh, you use drugs. I see what you mean, but I feel like people are taking it too far, and they're making that a bigger picture than the picture of Charlo having a belt because Canelo won't fight him, and Charlo calling him out. So what if he's overly nice to the man? That should only get but so many points. I feel like a lot of people in the boxing community are giving that way too many points. Okay, he kissed Canelo's ass. He complimented Canelo. Okay, fine. But he called him out. This is boxing. He called him out. He wants to fight him. Canelo don't want to fight him. And to me, that's more important. So, yeah, I can understand, not respecting too much how Charlo rates him. But at the same time, that doesn't overshadow how Canelo ran from him. And I don't think it even is small in comparison to Caleb Plant slapping him back. Charlo didn't get the opportunity to slap him back. If Canelo were to come face to face with Charlo, I don't care how much Charlo kissed his ass. If Canelo were to come face to face with Charlo, I promise you, Canelo ain't pushing Charlo. And if he does, you'll see. Well, actually, you won't see because he dodges him. But, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people are overly grateful. Like people sending out super chats about saluting Caleb Plant for doing what Andrade and Charlo won't do. No disrespect, but I feel like you guys sound really stupid. Because the one thing that Andrade and Charlo have in common that's different from Caleb Plant is that they actually been calling Canelo out. Canelo actually ran from more than one division for Andrade, and he gave up a belt for Charlo. Now, which one is a bigger deal? Which one is a bigger deal? I feel like you guys are really overhyping how Caleb Plant is handling this situation. Let's keep it real for a minute. Caleb Plant has shown me in several occasions he didn't even really want to fight Canelo before. Andrade and Charlo were chasing Canelo for a fight. And a lot of people say he's chasing him in a sense that it's a bad thing. No, I see it as them chasing who everybody thinks is the greatest, Yeah, after a while, you don't try anymore. I can understand that. But there's nothing wrong with what they were doing, especially Andrade. Because Andrade wanted Charlo and Canelo and Triple G. I just don't see how you guys were able to mix this and spin this around to where Andrade and Charlo should be shamed because Caleb Plant got pushed and slapped him back. Good for Caleb Plant, but big deal. Canelo wanted to fight him. Canelo's willing to face him. Canelo dare put his hands on him. He wouldn't be doing that with those other two. Why? Because he won't even face them. I just feel like sometimes a lot of people in the boxing community, you missed the point. Like, you totally missed the point. Being nice to Canelo, not like, having the opportunity to slap him, saying good things about him. What does that have to do with the fact that they still are calling him out? And Andrade in particular called him a bitch. He literally called him a bitch several times. And I don't have to prove it. All you got to do is Google it. But people conveniently forget about that. Now we're creating this lie where Caleb Plant is doing something that Charlo and Andrade aren't doing, especially Andrade. I just feel like a lot of boxing fans are overly grateful. You're talking about it's because Caleb Plant is white, or Andrade and Charlo aren't that rude to Canelo because it's a color thing. Maybe you're overhyping Caleb's behavior towards Canelo. Maybe you're acting like that's such a great thing because he's white. You ever think about that? You got two black boxers chasing Canelo, trying to fight him. What's up? One gets handed a belt. One calls him a bitch on several platforms, shows up to his fight. But you want to praise the guy who didn't even chase the fight. He got hit and he hit back. I mean, wouldn't any boxer hit Canelo back? I'm pretty sure they would. So maybe the race inferiority complex is with you. You're the one overhyping Caleb Plant's reaction. He didn't do anything special. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And again, I'm even defending Charlo on this one. Charlo, at the end of the day, Charlo didn't get gully with Canelo. But there's no rule that says he has to. What he should do is call him out. And he did that. They even gave him the belt as the mandatory because Canelo wouldn't face him. Where you at, Cinnamon? Remember that? I don't know. I just, I know a lot of people are saying, salute to Caleb Plant. He's doing what these brothers wouldn't do. But I think that's more a reflection of you. You see what he's doing so great, maybe because he's white. I don't know. That's how I see it. Because I can't understand how you can let that be greater than the fact that the two black boxers called Canelo out and couldn't get the fight. I don't care how nice the words were towards Canelo. That doesn't matter. They called him out. Andrade chased this man out of 2 divisions. How many divisions has Caleb Plant chased him out of? How many times has he been trying to fight Caleb Plant? Andrade's been trying to fight. Andrade would never turn down or make a reason not to fight Canelo. Caleb Plant did that. Again, I feel like you guys sometimes, you don't get it. And when I say you guys, I use that term loosely. I know it's not every single one of you. It's not even the majority of you. But some people, I just feel like the inferiority complex lies with you. If you think what Caleb did is so great. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You act like Andrade put his tail between his legs and said, okay, I'll leave. Andrade said, fight me then, you little bitch. That's what he said. But nobody remembers that because you wanna be able to bring him down and what's that word they use in church? What's that word they use in church? Whatever that word is. You want to lift up Caleb Plant for doing something very mediocre. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But that's how I feel about it. It's okay to get the excitement out of what Caleb Plant is doing, but to use it to bring down Canelo to bring down Charlo and Andrade, I personally think it's foolish. And again, this isn't that one particular person, because several people have been doing that. Stop comparing Caleb Plant, who never called out Canelo, who had reasons for not not wanting to fight Canelo, who Canelo hasn't ran from in more than one division. Stop comparing him to Andrade. You're just a hater. You want any single thing you can find, anything you can dig up to try and use it against Andrade. You're just a hater. You should appreciate boxers who, challenge the best. But you make any kind of excuse. I don't know what you guys are, some of you. You're not boxing fans. I don't know why you're here. Why are you here? You're hating on boxers who are calling out everybody and want the best fights. Maybe you're just here to talk. Some of us are here because we see what's going on and we see who really wants to smoke and who doesn't. Some of you, I don't know why you're here. Maybe you're just here because you like making lives or you like sending comments and super chats. But I don't understand why I can see these things so much clearly. But that's all. That's it. Thank you for listening and have a good day.